Are you interested in packaging your knowledge into a high ticket product on or offline? If your answer is yes, the Giant Experience is for you. Here's my story. I got started in my business over 20 years ago, and I simply made the decision to go to work as myself. And maybe you have been wondering how you can take all of those years of experience, your knowledge, or your degrees, and put them to use for yourself and to package it into a monetizable structure. That was me 20 years ago. I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer, and I realized that so many women wanted to know exactly how I was able to write best-selling books, and having done partnerships with both Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies and get signed to media, Emmy-nominated and nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist. And so I decided to equally transfer what I knew how to do to them. And I built out a coaching practice that today has coached thousands of women just like you who are ambitious, smart, and sharp, highly actionable, go-getters. And they wanted to figure out how they could go to work for themselves. Hey there, guys, it's Mia here, and I am so excited as always. I'm so excited about this topic tonight. Tonight, I'm going to be teaching very simply how to make your expertise pay you back before the end of the year. I'll repeat it. How to make your expertise, your talent, your gifts pay you back by the end of the year. I am so excited about this. I was thinking earlier, I was shooting a bunch of videos, and I was thinking earlier about several of my clients who have done exactly that. And I'm going to share with you 4 simple ways that you can do it. Once you get your pens, your paper out right now, get your note cards. I got a note card out so that you too can do the exact same thing. Let me just make sure that I am able to share this on a couple other platforms so folks don't miss out. And in the meantime, make sure you're sharing. If you're watching this as a replay, you can still share this with your friends, because it's really going to make a big difference for other women who are looking to take their expertise, their knowledge, their gifts, their talents, and put that in a structure that they can monetize. One second, I want to share this. And once I do, we are going to get going. All right, one second. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so there are 4 points that I want to make tonight. And if anything that I say resonates with you, I want you to write, got it, right? You can just put in the chat, I got it, I got it. And even if you're watching the replay, I want to hear from you. There are 4 simple points to what I'm going to talk about tonight, how to make your expertise pay you by the end of the year. And you've got about 2.5 months left. Yeah. Okay. So you got plenty of time. If you do these 4 things, here are the 4 things that I'm going to cover. Number 1, how to identify what you already know that's profitable, something that can be profitable right now. So if you've been wondering, what can I do? How can I take my expertise and what do I do with it? I'm going to explain that today. And number 2, the simplest way to package your expertise into a $2,500 to $25,000 offer. So I'm going to explain the simplest way, the easiest way to do this. All right. All right. Does that resonate? Number 3, why waiting for the right time is costing you more than you realize. So there are people who have started right now, like this week. And because I had actually held the Giant Experience Master Training a week ago, and as a result of those women coming to my master training and over 2 days learning how to package what they do, how to price to fully value that transformation, they were able to start pitching differently. They were able to get in front of their customers and verbalize their full value. See, waiting is a cost. I'm going to break that down for you. And then number 4, how to position your skills so that you attract the right client. Because maybe you're already in business. Maybe you already have a coaching or consulting business and you just aren't in front of the right people. And you might have told yourself the story that so many people tell themselves, which is, it's not working, the business isn't working, or this is the wrong niche for me. But I'm going to break down for you that when you know how to market properly, when you are positioned properly, your ideal clients, they reach out to you. They come to you. Happens to me every single day. People reach out to me, multiple people over and over again, because I'm positioned properly. I'm going to break that down and share a little known secret that I think will really help you out. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life strategist. I got started in my company over 20 years ago, and I simply made a decision to go to work as myself. I have a background as a corporate trainer. I know all things training and development. And I just wanted to figure out how I could take the skills that I had and apply them for me, like in my own business. And maybe you've said the exact same thing. Fast forward, I had the opportunity to do exactly that. I said yes, I bet on myself. I made investments in myself. And the very first thing I did was invest in a coaching relationship with someone who was free so that I could learn how to build my business with the intent to work from the comfort of my home. That's the only thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to work from the comfort of my home. And I've done exactly that. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for the last 20 years. All of my clients come to me. I work from the comfort of my home. And I will say one incredible distinction as well. I built this amazing coaching practice, not as a speaker. So a lot of coaches, there's nothing wrong with this, build their coaching practice speaking on the road and they meet their clients. But I learned how to market to bring the clients to me. I learned how to market online in very strategic ways to attract the right audience. And I promise you that it's something that can work for anyone. As a result of building an amazing business, having coached hundreds of women personally, my systems have touched thousands of people who've worked online. Millions of people have seen me on Emmy nominated and nationally syndicated television shows that I was signed to as paid talent. Equally having the opportunity to do what you love, to be able to I have 3 kids who, when I first got started in my business, my goal was to be that mom, And some of you can relate to that. I knew in order for me to be the kind of mom I wanted to be, I needed the time freedom to be able to show up for the things that mattered the most to me. See, running a business is more than money, money, money. Money is a tool that gives you the ability to make different choices in your life. And I know that a lot of times what we're seeing online so much is it's so money centered around, everybody just talking about, you want to be a millionaire overnight. Okay. All right. But really, if you really dive down to the core, the question isn't about being a millionaire overnight. It's what having financial freedom will allow you to do. And what I can tell you is that for me, it allowed me to be able to invest in my children, to give them a world-class education that less than 3% of the country ever have. I've spent multiple millions of dollars collectively on my kids just from pre-K through high school, not counting college. And I say this to you, not in any braggy way, but I want you to understand this, that when we have why as women, when we have a why, and that why might be to have, greater financial security, to give your kids a world-class education, or to travel the world, or maybe it's to take care of your parents, or maybe it's to address some health situation in your life or in your world. See, running a business creates options for you. And so what I'm going to talk about today is how to create greater options and flow for you. I don't care what you're doing, whether it's a hard skill, something you've studied for, or a soft skill, something that might be more organic for you, like mom coaching, which is how I got my start. Or it could even be maybe you're an organizer, or maybe you're a stylist. I want you to understand this. Every single thing that you do at a high level is monetizable and can be properly packaged. And I'm going to share that with you tonight, because a lot of times people have come to me over the years and they've been told by others, if you're going to coach moms, you're not going to be profitable. If you're an organizer, you're not going to be profitable. No one's going to pay for that. And it's just not true. And I want you to hear me on this. So today's live is simply how to make your expertise pay you back by the end of the year. And I will tell you, the disclaimer I'll say for this is, but you got to get started right now. Okay. You got 2.5 months roughly, so until the end of the year. And it takes about 2.5 months to rock it out. All right. To be able to package what you know into a high value product. And here's the first thing I'm going to share with you. Number one is you need to identify what you already know that's profitable right now. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So here's the deal. When you're trying to figure out what is it that I should be offering? Anybody have that question? Okay, you can write it here in the chat. What is it that I should start with? What should I lead with? The first place to look is think about what you are naturally doing all the time. Think about the magazines that you love to look at. Think about the books that you love to read. Think about the questions that people come to you for just naturally. It could be the questions that people come to you over and over again at work to want to know your expertise. It could even be in your life, the advice that you are, people come to you for. What are those things? You can write those here as well. So the reality is that when we're talking about selling a high value product, it is not about creating some framework that sounds cute or creating this product that or this training that you think people want. People who have longevity in their businesses, what I teach my clients is they share their expertise. They share the thing that they know like the back of their hand. Are we clear? So when I got started in my business, before I was a business coach, I led with mom coaching. I had built these really great self-care systems for myself, being pregnant and then moving into motherhood with my new infant son. And so many women would ask me organically all the time at play groups, how is it that you have time to read a book? How is it that you're always dating yourself? Like, I don't even know how, how is it that you're always, you're always taking care of yourself and your needs? And I had a system, and I took that system and I decided to write a book around that system. I decided to build a coaching program around that system. And little did I know that as a result of doing that, I was able to do a number of strategic coaching deals with large corporate brands like Panera and Great Harvest Bread Company and Corner Bakery Cafe. Never did I even think of that when I first got started. You see, small ideas around the things that affect change can be huge opportunities for you. So don't overlook the thing that you're doing, that you naturally do, the problems you're naturally solving, because someone will pay you for that. I have clients who often say to me as a result of my advisement, Mia, I would have never thought that what I'm doing right now, someone would actually pay me for. That's the point. When you are really amazing at what you do, sometimes we're so close to our brilliance that we overlook it. We overlook it. We take it for granted. Sometimes we listen to people who aren't dreamers also, and those people tell us that nobody's going to pay you to be a mom coach. No one's going to pay you to do that, right? Stick to what you're doing, your full-time thing, right? But I want you to understand that your gifts will always make room for you. It's not my quote, right? It's from a book that I read that I love tremendously, and it will, especially when you have the ability to create and affect change. And if you just listen to the echo in your life, and that would be the folks who are giving you testimonials, but you're not looking at it that way, and they're saying, man, every time I come to you, you always know the answer. I knew that I was talking to the right person, or I did exactly what you said, and this was the outcome. That is the thing that learning how to lead with and to package it. It is the thing that will set you free. It is what put me on the road for myself, and it created incredible change for me in my life. I had no idea as a result of creating self-care systems for myself that they would eventually be systems that I'd be able to package and sell to women, all around the world. I had no idea that hundreds of women would coach with me as a result of that. What you know is very valuable, properly packaged. Are we clear? Number 2. Today, what we're talking about is how to make your expertise pay you back, all right, by the end of the year. And I've already covered that. The first thing, which is you have to identify what you already know and make it profitable right now, not tomorrow, right now. You've got to take action today. Number 2, the simplest way to package your expertise into $2,500 to $25,000 offer. Okay, so the simplest way to do this is first, you have to focus on really the results that you know how to create for others. And you take those results and in essence, you design a system around how you can help somebody create the exact same experience over and over again, the results that you know how to create. So a lot of times when people are building out their coaching programs, one of the biggest things they focus on is information. But information isn't what is going to create stickiness in your business. And it's also not what's going to be sexy today because AI, there's tons of information that you can just, you can just do search on how to do anything. Ultimately, what people want is your experience. They want your wisdom. They want your secret sauce. They want to know, like, how is it that you are able to do this dot, dot, dot over and over and over again. And I've had a number of people who have asked me, since, AI is AI, which I love AI, that whether or not, am I like, is there a need for what I'm doing? Like the market is saturated. The market is never saturated for those individuals who have an ability to share their process and help someone really get insight on and answer the questions that AI can't answer for you, right? They're just things that, as a result of your expertise, when you are with a client or with someone that you can support in tremendous ways, there are nuances to the way you do what you do that are distinct to you. And what you're offering ultimately is that. You're not offering a generic version, a cookie cutter version of what you know. If you want to sell what you do and be in business and profitable for years to come, and I've been in business for 20 years, you're not selling generic advice. You're giving people a premium solution. And that's why you're able to charge $2,500 to $25,000, because if someone applies the results that you know that the steps that you know that they need, they're going to create a result over and over again consistently. And people love to pay for results because it saves them time and it saves them money. Are we clear? Okay. If we're clear, I want you to write, I'm clear. So the reality is I have had clients over the years who, one of my favorite examples is a client who was a hairstylist and charging, $150 to style someone's hair on average. And I showed that client based on her premium solution. She had an ability to create a higher level of result for her clients that she wasn't charging for. And I showed her how to create that premium offer, which was $3,500 that she offers to her clients who are looking for this specific result, right? And I don't want to say what it is because it's her proprietary method. But the reality is that anything at a very high level that creates results consistently over and over again for a client, that'll save them time, that'll save them money, okay, that will relieve a problem in their life, people will pay for. I'm a witness to that. I have clients who fly in to Baltimore so that they can work with me in a day so we can come up with a solution quickly. These are people who are looking for a result that's quick. And they don't want to wait 2 months or 3 months for a result. They want a result that weekend or that day. And as a result of that, we're able to work and I'm able to strategically advise them on how to put their products together, how to package what it is, how to price what they're doing, how to build their sales pitch. Just understand that anything that you know at a very high level and that you can consistently deliver those results for others, it's something that is a premium offer. It's not something that you should be underselling or charging by the hour for, because ultimately people are paying you for your results, not for your time, right? Not because of the name of the service and not because that's what other people are charging. I always say that if you copy someone else's prices and they don't know their value, guess what? You get that value. So don't copy other people's prices. Your prices are distinct to the results and transformation that you bring to the table. But all of my clients sell things for $2,500 or more. On average, most of my clients sell things for about $10,000 per client. Number 3, Why waiting for the right time is costing you more than you realize. Now, I get this, right? Like women are notorious for this. We're waiting for the right time. So if it's summertime, we're waiting until the kids go back to school. And then when the fall hits, we're waiting until after, the holiday, after Halloween or after uh, Thanksgiving or after Christmas or after New Year's. So waiting is the thing that will cost you every single time. They, I think we make some assumptions when we're thinking about starting our own business or our own coaching, consulting business, our own training or licensing business. Sometimes we think that running that business is going to be just like the job that we have that's draining all of your energy, your time, and your effort. And truth of the matter is that when you do the thing that you love, it energizes you in a way that you can't even explain. I will tell you, I feel like as a result of running my company, I'm fully expressed. I get to be all of who I am, not some small version of me. And I know that there's somebody out there that hears exactly what I'm saying. Waiting is the thing that is costing you your joy, your peace, your creativity, and of course, your profitability, giving you the option to be able to create your transition plan. Waiting is the problem. I have women who have waited for years. And listen, I don't it doesn't matter to me. You come when you come. But I have had women who've waited for decades, like 5 years, before they made a decision to invest in themselves or believe that they are worthy. And I want you to know, hear from me, you're worthy. The reality is that every single investment that I've made in myself, my children have been direct benefactors of every investment that I've made. All of my growth, all of my mindset changes, any profits that I've made in my company. My kids are the benefactors of my investments. My community is the benefactor of my investments. And I want you to know the same is true for you. Waiting is the thing that is costing you. And you have to think about it, right? Like imagine if in the next 2.5 months, you are able to figure this thing out, what the package is, and you were able to create your offer for the very first time. You knew how to market it, you knew how to have the right conversation with the client, and you started to make sales, one or two sales, right? Within 30 days, so 60 days. And now all you have to do is rinse and repeat. Imagine how you would feel. Know the control that you'll have going into the new year, the momentum that you'll have. Now it's a reality, not just saying, I want to build this business so I can, have some uh, money for vacation or building my nest egg. It's not just a wish. It's now a strategy and backed up with a plan, right? Because you know how to do that. And I just want to say that to those of you who have made excuses, your reasons, and say, listen, excuses are useless. I work with women who are able to say yes now and they figure it out. On average, in order for you to get the business going and start it, you're probably putting in each and every week somewhere between 5 to 10 hours initially. And I think you can easily, if you're building a coaching, a consulting business from the comfort of your home, 5 to 7 hours, you can kick off your business definitely that way and create transition. So this notion that you have that running this business is going to take you 20 hours a week, it might not, or 40 hours a week. And you're like, I just don't have it, because you're thinking about the thing that's burning you out and you're building your whole life plan around it instead of, setting up a plan and a strategy that can allow you to become and make freedom a reality for you in whatever way that you want to realize freedom. Freedom can be time. Freedom could also be that as a result of growing your business, it creates greater options for you. You feel freer, right? Because you have another stream of income coming in your household. So I want you to think about that. Number 4, we're talking today about how to make your expertise pay you by the end of the year. And the fourth thing I have here is how to position your skills so that the right client comes to you. And this is like a really big thing, because I think that a lot of times people have the marketing all wrong. And that is, if you know folks who are podcasting like all the day and they don't have any customers. Maybe this is you, right? Coming to you. Or maybe it's that you are going live all the time and the same is happening. Or maybe it's that you're sending out emails, you're on every platform, you're at all of the live events, and you're just not seeing it. You're chasing and you're trying to make yourself visible because that's what the experts have told you so you could find your clients, and you think you're like fishing for them. But the reality is it's better to set up your business so your clients are fishing for you. Okay. And knowing how to position what you do so that the right people come to you is where it's at. I mean, I think I went live in my one of my smaller communities last week for about 15 minutes to do an update. I don't think I had been live for like 6 weeks. And I love going live. I enjoy going live. I love connecting with my audience in that way, but it is not the thing that brings clients to me. And once you learn how to set up your business so that you're not in the chase, but you are being chased, everything changes. And so if you don't understand that, I'd love to show that to you because you have to position yourself so that people really have an understanding why you. And so many people have a vanilla marketing strategy. They are trying to be like everyone else. I'm not like everybody else, right? Like literally, it is for me, I am so excited about what it is that I do, and I love being a standout. And I love the fact that being a standout means that you can go to my testimonial pages and see hundreds of women that say, hey, as a result of working with Mia, these are the kind of results that I create. I want to be a standout like that. I don't want to have gloss and glitz and no results. And if you follow the steps of what I'm talking about today, and the reason that people will come to you is because you have an ability to create results for others. You're yourself, you're authentic, you're a real person, and meaning you're not a character in your marketing. Your marketing is an extension of who you are. And ultimately, your clients are going to come to you because maybe they have a family like you. Maybe they identify with your personality. Maybe they like how you hold folks accountable. I have a piece of hair. Maybe they like how you hold people accountable. Maybe they like your style. Maybe they like how smart you are, the way that you solve problems, the way you strategize, or something like that. There's something distinct about who you are, and I encourage you to explore that. I meet a lot of people who, when I do calls with them, they'll tell me that what they've seen online and what they're trying to emulate. And I always say to them, the reality is that your clients aren't looking for another version of you. They just want to know who you truly are. And the more of you that shows up, the more of them that are going to connect to you. I can tell you that for sure. I have so many testimonials from clients that have said, I liked her. I like her, and I like what she stands for. I like her. And the reality is that doesn't happen if you're being who you think you need to be, in opposed to just being yourself 100%. We're talking today about how to position your skills so that the right client comes to you. And I believe that great marketing is very magnetic. I think it's very personal. I think particularly if I'm selling high ticket products, things that are $2,500 or more, I understand that my client doesn't want to know me, and I want to know them. Okay. I want to know them. I want to know, are you an implementer? I want to know, are you an action taker? I want to know, are you a woman of faith? I want to know, are you a strategic investor in yourself? I want to know if you're able to say yes and figure it out, because then I know that we're aligned. So you got to understand that when we're marketing online, we are sharing who we are. And the more of yourself that you share, in the truest sense, not more meaning quantity of going live more, podcasting more, but being real, that you're going to find that more people are going to want to work with you because of it. And I can tell you that 100%. Every single day, we have tons of people who are interested in learning how I can support them. And it's because I'm just being me. Okay. Every single day. So, I hope that there's something I said that really supports you in changing your perspective about how to make your expertise pay you off by the end of this year. What I covered already is number one, how to identify what you already know that's profitable right now. You are right on it. It's the problems that you are solving all the time. That is the thing that you need to lead with. And a lot of times, our brilliance, we overlook it because it's the thing that we naturally do. It comes easily and effortless to us, and therefore we ignore it. But I want you to just kind of get still and think about it. Number two, the simplest way to package your expertise into $2,500 to $25,000 offers is you got to sell the thing that creates the greatest level of result the quickest for others. And ask yourself that question. If I were to work with you right now, what's the thing you could affect change in my life like the quickest? And that is the thing to lead with. Number three, why waiting for the right time is costing you more than you realize. It's costing you your time, your confidence, it's costing you your energy, it's costing you your profits all the way around. And now is the time to really start thinking about, how to change that. And then number four, how to position your skills so that the right client comes to you. It's everything. And your clients are attracted to authenticity. And the one thing I will tell you, there are tons of creative duplicators online. There are people who see things they like. I like her. I like what she's saying. I like whatever. And they become a smaller version of you, but they're not you. And what you got to understand is that there are people who see who you are and they relate to who you are. They connect to who you are energetically. They want to work with you because you are real. And that's not something you can pretend. That's not something that you can buy. It is something that you have because you like yourself, you trust what you can do, and you have the heart and the belief to be able to deliver the best of what you have to others. And I encourage you to lead with that. That being said, I want to let you know, if you need any support with packaging what you do into a high value product online or offline, I want to invite you to check out my master training. It's been around for about 5 years. Hundreds of women have attended, and they, over the course of 2 days in a working weekend online, they learn how to package what they do into a high value product for $2,500 or more. And the coolest thing is that I'm able to meet you, talk with you. I'll talk with you all weekend long and really be able to mentor you, strategically advise you around how to package what you know into a high value product, how to price that product, that offer, in accordance to what you bring to the table so that you understand what the range of the price could be. And I'll show you also how to position your marketing so you become the obvious choice, and also how to sell and what to sell, whether you're selling online or offline. What do you say? How do you make this offer? Because you could be amazing with what you're offering, but if you don't know what to say to the client, then there are no sales. And I'd love to show you how to create that and how to change that in your world. It's called the Giant Experience Master Training. I'll post the link here, but it's also in the description for this live as well. It's called the giantexperience.com. All right. Any final questions, comments, thoughts? Did you get value or did you get value? I'm Mia Redrick. For those of you who just joined me, business and life consultant. Started my company 20 years ago. I've coached personally hundreds of women and helped them be able to package their knowledge into high value products. And I was talking today just very simply about how to make your expertise pay you before the end of the year. You've got to take an action. That's the only thing that's going to make a difference for you. When you take that action, your life will change. All right. And I'm excited. If you've gotten value, share this with others. I would love that. Leave me a comment. You can always send a message in the DM if you have a specific question for me, or if you have a question about the Giant Experience Master Training. I'd love to support you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
I have been working with Mia Redrick for a couple of months now. I come to this experience with a lot of education. She was speaking my language from day one. What has changed for me is with all of the education, with all of the training and workshops and private coaching and things that I've had, what I didn't have was a real understanding on how I could package these things, price them, and promote them so that I could monetize what it is that I do and what it is that I wanted to do. And now with Mia, I have an understanding of how to take my tangible and intangible gifts, talents, and skills and put those things in a package that allows me to serve other people and benefit from it.
I was stuck. I never thought of my knowledge as something that I could create it as a proprietary system. What is the value of that? For me, it is priceless. And I'm so happy I made the investment because I can now see how my business can be transformed and how I can be transformed as a result of this work. So I cannot thank Mia enough.
Before I met Mia, I was selling my product for a very, very low price, and I did not just believe in what I was worth. So I had to change my mindset. I had to change the way I thought. I had to start believing in abundance and expecting it. And so these are the things that I had to learn as Mia mentored us. Now I'm happy to say I'm selling my product for what it's worth.
Before working with Mia, I couldn't sell a $297 product. After working with Mia for about 10 months, I was pitching a $10,000 product to a company.